Morning, everybody. It's the 27th of April. It's Monday. We are Signal Centre Talking Ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Steve O'Hare and Ian Coleman. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
How is everyone?
Suppressing a yawn there, Stevie.
I don't want actually. I thought I got away with it. I have to rewind it and watch it, see how obvious it was.
We can start again if you want.
No, go ahead. No, I'm sure everyone doesn't mind.
No, exactly.
Both have a good weekend?
Yeah, nice, lovely weather.
It was nice again, wasn't it?
Painting
again.
Nice.
Windows.
Yeah. Window and door in my office. It's taken me a year to get round to it. So
okay.
Yeah, that's the horrible thing. All these little jobs that we thought we could put off forever are starting to bite us in the arse now.
Yeah, exactly. I got in one of those really nice queues at B&Q.
How was that?
Long.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, we went yesterday actually. Not long before it closed, so it weren't too bad.
With a name like B&Q, it must be quite good at queues then.
The shares have had a little bump up.
Yeah, I bet they have.
Yeah.
Kingfisher, if anyone's interested.
I'm more interested in the beer.
Yeah.
I bet their shares have definitely gone up.
Yeah.
Not in restaurants though.
No.
Okay, so Friday we had 3 trades as we always do, and we had a long in Bitcoin, a long in dollar index, both of which unfortunately was stopped, but we did have a buy in euro dollar.
Oh, get in there.
0.61R win.
Was that me,
Joe?
No, of course it wasn't. So overall, that put us up for the day.
31.5.
Nice. So yeah, looking all right overall.
Lion's share there.
Brilliant.
New high for myself.
All right. Fucking hell. I thought it's like no I in team or something. I didn't realise it was a competition. If you'd have said that at the start,
yeah.
I might have put a bit more fucking effort in.
Oh, come on in. Let's start today. What you got? Anybody got anything?
Sell oil. Sorry, did I say it out loud? No, I've actually worked out you can sell it on IG. So
okay.
That's all right. I feel a bit better now because I've been putting seller trade ideas out for the last week. I'm thinking, actually, can anyone actually do these? But you can on IG because I did it this morning. Had a little go.
That's good. So, do you want to go with that this morning then?
Oh, if I have to.
We don't have to.
Let me have a little run through. I'll show you what I'm looking at. See, gold has come off from its high around. Here we go. Let me open it up a bit so I don't have to lie about it. Just below 1750, stalled there. This was on the 14th of April, and last week it sort of didn't quite get as high 1740, and it's coming back. I'm still bullish of oil overall, but obviously it's a bit of a slave to the dollar at the moment. So looking to buy dips there. Silver's doing a little bit nothingy at the moment. I'm buying a break on the upside. Copper, that's had a bit of an extended move higher, so that was quite impressive. I'm looking to buy a dip there. Oil, I'm just looking to sell it. We had this ending wedge that we talked about last week. It's broken down from there, looking to move a bit lower. Even put a little trend line in here from this high here. So if we do get stopped out, it's breaking that trend line. So maybe have another push towards testing the $20 level. But I think it's quite a bit of a psychological level, this $20 area. So we may have another retest, but at the moment it feels bearish. So I'm going to sell it at Mache, which is 1633. My intraday trade is looking to sell at 1650, and the stop is, I'm going to go for a similar kind of stop. So stop is at 1783 on this, selling at 1633, and the target is 1183. Yours.
Lovely.
Nicely done. Ian, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
It's up to you, mate. You can go.
Okay. Let's just have a quick look at some stocks, as that's what I mostly cover, and start with the European indices. So this is the FTSE this morning, continuing to look quite strong and showing no signs of slowing. It is very close, or has hit a 78.6% fib level at 58.58. It's not got above that this morning, and we look as though we're about to test out in the next couple of minutes or so. So let's see how that goes. I've actually got our sell level today a bit higher, just above that at 78.75. So still think there's scope for downside there in the indices, but they're all very strong because they keep getting loads of stimulus thrown at them. So probably not an ideal thing to stand in front of them, but it's the only way I can see any value in trading these markets today, and that is on the short side. DAX is a similar situation. I did think there was head and shoulders playing out, but we failed to break the neckline, and we are pushing higher once again. So that possibly is now invalidated, unless we are going to get two right shoulders, which can happen, but it's quite rare. But let's see. Selling that higher up today as well. In fact, where am I selling that? 10,635 today, just below the 78.6% level of that swing move there. But what I'm actually trading today on the gun to head challenge is dollar index. We had a look at it last week, but looking at this morning, it's retraced 50% of this swing move higher here. And looking at the candle formations this morning, we've had a really nice turnaround there, that hammer candle, which posted at 7 o'clock.
Morningstar.
Morningstar. And
yeah, well, no, it is a hammer candle, but it's like
Morningstar formation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one.
So I'm going to trade that. I'm going to place a stop below that low that we saw this morning, and I'm going to target a move up to 100.59. So currently trading at 100.02. Stop at 99.83. Target 100.59. 3-to-1 risk reward.
Lovely.
Done.
I might do a little bit of that as well.
Lovely. Sterling yen. It's about the only thing I could find, to be perfectly honest. Everything else sort of mid-market for me, but I think that we got bespoke resistance here at 133.50, and I'm banking on it forming a head and shoulders basically. So I'm not even going to put a target on it, because the target is, let's have a look. What is the target on a break, which you probably won't get today because this is a 4-hour chart. It's all the way down here at 128.10. So I'm going to sell this to the market anyway. And I'm just going to do a ridiculous Dewberry. 8R, but like I said, I don't expect it to get there. 133.20, is that right? 133.22. 133.82. They're the only two I'm really bothered about in this call anyway. 8.46R.
Whoosh.
Well, like I say, got to be in it to win it, and there's got to be a complete disaster for that to end up down there.
Well, who knows?
Today.
Yeah. Well, today. I mean, obviously we've got in well bid this morning on equities, in particular because overnight, as expected, the Bank of Japan have announced they will be now buying an unlimited amount of government bonds, removing the previous level or limits of 80 trillion yen per year. So everything's being pushed up, and it's all stimulus driven at the minute, rather than any news. Although there is some hope that we're going to see some easing of the lockdown measures across a lot of the European countries, and some sort of plan from the UK about how we're going to unwind the lockdown here. I think there is talk that Boris is going to be speaking this morning.
Yeah, good old Boris.
Well, they're starting to reduce the lockdown measures anyway in Europe, aren't they? But I mean, they're saying that them reducing is only getting to where we are at the moment. I mean, you're looking at Italy and France. They're just talking about people being allowed out to exercise, which we've been doing from day dot, haven't we?
Yes.
So
Spain as well.
Yeah.
I just got an interesting chart if anyone is interested on performing assets since January the 1st. You want to see it? What would you say is the best performing asset? And we're talking indices, dollar, treasuries, oil, gold.
Gold's got to be
gold,
close, isn't it?
I would have said.
You're both very clever. Show you this on a nice little chart. Yeah, gold here up around about 15%, is it? From January the 1st here. It's nice little daddy is obviously WTI crude oil.
It's actually gone below the bottom of the chart.
You sort of think, right, I'll buy it down here because it's the bottom of the chart, but it didn't. It obviously went below it. It disappeared completely for a little while. And you can see silver as well. Interesting enough, silver is down on the year as much as gold is up. Weird one.
Correlation.
Lots of weird. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously the safe haven asset, so that's why. Treasury's up there, just around about 9%. But obviously the indices are all down as well. You got Nikkei, FTSE, and S&P, all similar levels. So yeah, just interesting.
Very. Any other news that anybody's seen over the weekend that's of relevance?
No. Federal Reserve and European Central Bank are due to meet this week. But again, that's just about more stimulus.
Yeah. Keep chucking it in.
Shoveling
the cash in.
Airlines are being bailed out. 11 billion euros.
Is that European ones? So we've
Air France, KLM.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get bailing airlines out.
And Richard Branson is considering chucking a bit of his own money in.
Hey.
See, he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Told you.
I think Virgin Australia have gone under, have they? Or I saw something this morning.
They went last week. They went into liquidation or administration.
But he said that
Shouldn't really shout that. Yeah. He's putting his own dosh in. He offered to put up Necker as collateral, which is one of his many islands.
Has he got more than one? Has he?
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Oh, he's fine. I'm not worried about him.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't really see much else today. I think there's a few earnings out this week in the States. So
limited numbers, aren't there?
There was a chart knocking about on Twitter that showed that the top 5 companies in the S&P were worth the same as the bottom 300 and something companies put together.
Brilliant.
So, it's a very narrowly led bull market in the US at the minute. This bounce, it's being led by a few companies rather than a broad market rally, which can't be healthy.
No.
You wouldn't have thought.
No, definitely not.
But it keeps rolling on. So I don't know what's going to be a catalyst to even see some sort of correction, because there hasn't been anything in the way of a correction since this rally from the lows started, really.
No.
We shall see.
Shocking.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's no data due out today as well, so could be quite a quiet Monday, unless we see anything or more from stimulus or from government.
Trump didn't have a very good weekend, did he?
What did he get up to this weekend?
I don't know. He's not talking to anybody anymore, is he? He's throwing all his toys out the pram.
He hasn't been back.
There's no one to talk to. They've all injected themselves with Dettol, so they're all fucked.
Yeah.
Did you see the tweet from Joe Biden? Don't know if we talked about this last week.
No.
He said, "I can't believe I have to tweet this, but please don't drink bleach."
Oh yeah, I did see that actually. Yeah. No, it's he's not been back on the rostrum since old Trump, has he?
He's refusing.
Oh, is he refusing, or is he like?
No, he's had a massive rant over the weekend. I think he must have been pissed last night. I think it was like loads of spelling mistakes in it, and he was going on about the reporters and the fact that they'd got all these different. He was saying that they'd won Nobel prizes, which they clearly haven't won a Nobel Prize. It's the thing for publications beginning with P. Oh,
well, I don't know.
It's a different prize anyway.
Pulitzer.
That's it. And so he had to retract that, and then he was going on about he spelt hamburger wrong and a few other bits and bobs.
That's brilliant.
Just leave it to someone else, shouldn't
I think it was midnight in the White House after a couple of gin and tonics.
He's found a mobile device that he had hidden.
There was someone was saying Well, he put a tweet out saying, "Oh, there's never been." People say I'm the hardest working president there's ever been, or whatever. But you can
starts playing
see
golf, does he?
You can see his diary, can't you? It's public for all to see. And someone just replied to him saying, "Yeah, okay." And he had like 2 days where he said no presidential things going on. Treated himself to a couple of days off.
Talking about presidents, the Australian president, his ratings have gone through the roof, haven't they? I saw a headline this morning. It's something to do with they've got an app over there, a tracker for a coronavirus tracker. Not quite sure how it works, but everybody's gone mad about it. It's the biggest download. Well, obviously over there. I'll try and find the link for it.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
But yeah.
Cool. So I think we should probably wrap it up there because there's not much else to say. Let's all have a good Monday and catch you all tomorrow.
Yeah, enjoy yourselves. Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.